One signature, one pen stroke, and suddenly a team that hadn't sniffed the finals in decades is hoisting banners. From small market miracles that built dynasties to Hollywood blockbusters that rewired the league, this is the best free agent signings from every NBA team. Which move changed history most? Stick around, your jaw's about to drop. Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, 2019. When Kevin Durant announced in July 2019 that he was taking his talents to Brooklyn, the Nets vaulted overnight from scrappy rebuild to global headline. Even after an Achilles rehab year, KD's presence lured Kyrie Irving, coaxed a James Harden trade, and turned Barclays Center into the league's hottest ticket. His 49-point masterpiece in Game 5 against Milwaukee, one sneaker size from ending the series, became instant playoff folklore. Though the super team eventually splintered, Durant's signature raised the franchise's valuation, brand power, and championship expectations more than any move since the team left Jersey in 2012, shaping Brooklyn basketball forever for fans and generations. New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 2022. When Jalen Brunson inked his 4-year, $104 million deal with the Knicks in July 2022, skeptics yelled overpay, but the Villanova product quickly flipped the script. He averaged 24 points and 6 assists, dropped a 48-point Garden Classic, and in 2024 carried New York to its first conference final trip since the Ewing era, pouring in a ridiculous 32 per playoff night. More important, Brunson finally gave Madison Square Garden a fearless, clutch floor general who embraces the spotlight, stabilizes Julius Randle, and makes free agents glance toward 7th Avenue again. Suddenly, Knicks tape is must-see TV for fans starving for genuine hope. Boston Celtics, Al Horford, 2016. When Al Horford stunned the league on July 1, 2016 by signing a 4-year, $113 million deal with Boston, he became the franchise's first max-level free agent in memory and the connective tissue that pushed the young Celtics from plucky upstarts to annual contenders. His pick-and-pop gravity unlocked Isaiah Thomas's fourth-quarter heroics, his 5-assist average made Brad Stevens' ball movement gospel sing, and his switch-everything defense let Boston hound guards without surrendering the rim. Just as important, Horford's calm professionalism mentored Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, laying the foundation for 3 conference final trips and a 2022 finals run in the post-Big Three era. Washington Wizards, Gilbert Arenas, 2003. Gilbert Arenas' 6-year, $65 million steal in July 2003 rescued Washington's basketball pulse. Coming from Golden State's bench, the second-round guard rebranded himself as Agent Zero, dropping jaw-dropping 29-point averages, torching Kobe for 60, and hitting 3 game-winning buzzer beaters in 1 week. He earned 3 straight All-Star nods, dragging the Wizards to their first playoff series victory since 1982 and igniting sellouts at MCI Center. Beyond stats, Arenas made Washington must-watch TV with signature hibachi celebrations, blogs, and fearless deep logo threes, cementing his deal as the Capitals' greatest free agency gamble turned jackpot. His arrival also attracted Karen Butler and Anton Jameson, forming a trio. Philadelphia 76ers, Moses Malone, 1982. When reigning MVP Moses Malone left the Houston Rockets to sign with the 76ers in September 1982, Philadelphia instantly transformed from perennial contender to unstoppable juggernaut. Malone's bruising 24-point, 15-rebound averages complemented Julius Erving's artistry, while his legendary Fofo prediction, sweeping the playoffs in 4-game bursts, nearly came true as the Sixers roared to a 12-1 postseason and the franchise's first title since 1967. He captured another MVP, dominated Kareem in the finals, and erased years of close but no-cigar heartbreak. One contract delivered rings, validated Doc, and immortalized the phrase "Boards, Moses, and Championships" for Philly fans forever. Chicago Bulls, DeMar DeRozan, 2021. When Chicago signed DeMar DeRozan to a reported 3-year, $85 million deal in August 2021, pundits labeled it the offseason's worst overpay. DeRozan responded by delivering Jordan-esque fourth quarters, averaging 28 points, hitting back-to-back New Year's buzzer beaters, and earning consecutive All-Star nods. His mid-range artistry stabilized Zach LaVine, attracted national TV dates, and dragged the Bulls from 11th in the East to their first playoff berth since 2017. More than stats, DeRozan revived the Windy City assassin swagger, mentoring rookies like Ayo Dosunmu while proving culture shifts can arrive via free agency. consistency, not just drafts. Chicago hoops finally felt prime time again. Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James, 2014 return. When LeBron James stunned the basketball world by opting out of Miami and re-signing with Cleveland on July 11, 2014, he flipped a scarred franchise into a storybook epic overnight. His heartfelt letter, vowing to deliver a title home, galvanized Northeast Ohio, attracted Kevin Love, and re-energized Kyrie Irving. In just his second season back, the Cavs erased a 3-1 finals deficit against the record-setting Warriors, handing Cleveland its first major pro championship in 52 years, while LeBron claimed finals MVP. Beyond the banner, his return sparked downtown economic revival and proved that heroes can indeed come home for an entire generation of fans. Los Angeles Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal, 1996. When Shaquille O'Neal left Orlando for a 7-year, $121 million pact with the Lakers on July 18, 1996, Hollywood gained its biggest blockbuster. The 324-pound center fused cartoon charisma with unprecedented agility, averaged 27 points and 11 rebounds across 8 seasons, and alongside a teenage Kobe Bryant delivered the 2002 three-peat, snagging 3 straight Finals MVPs. His dominance filled the brand-new Staples Center, supercharged NBA television ratings, and made purple and gold jerseys global streetwear. From rap albums to box office cameos, Shaq turned Laker basketball into pop culture currency and forged the franchise's bridge from the Showtime 80s to 21st century dynasty status that still resonates worldwide. Phoenix Suns, Steve Nash, 2004. Let go by Dallas at age 30, Steve Nash returned to the Valley on July 14, 2004, with a 6-year, $63 million deal that rewired the sport. His warp-speed pick-and-rolls with Amare Stoudemire powered Mike D'Antoni's 7 seconds or less revolution, rocketing Phoenix from 29 to 62 wins and earning Nash back-to-back MVPs. The Suns topped the league in offensive rating 4 straight seasons, reached 2 Western Conference Finals, and inspired today's spacing-heavy 3-bomb era. Downtown Phoenix buzzed again, and a floppy-haired Canadian point guard became the desert's coolest export since the Grand Canyon. Charlotte Hornets, Al Jefferson, 2013. Al Jefferson's 3-year, $40 million pact in July 2013 was the boldest swing the then Charlotte Bobcats had ever taken, and Big Al crushed it. Dropping 22 points and 11 rebounds a night with velvet post hooks, he earned All-NBA third-team honors, something no Charlotte player had managed since prime Larry Johnson. More importantly, Jefferson powered a 21-43 win leap, dragging the franchise back to the playoffs and giving Kemba Walker his first taste of postseason fire. His interior gravity opened shooters, restored fan belief, and built the momentum that carried the freshly rebranded Hornets into a far more respectable era. Orlando Magic, Horace Grant, 1994. Fresh off 3 championships in Chicago, Horace Grant stunned the league in July 1994 by joining Orlando on a 7-year, $35 million deal, giving Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway the proven winner they lacked. Grant's mid-range jumper stretched defenses, while his veteran defensive IQ anchored Brian Hill's young roster, vaulting the Magic from 50 to a league-best 57 wins. He calmed locker room nerves, mentored a still-raw Shaq, and delivered clutch Game 6 boards that toppled Jordan's returning Bulls. Orlando's first finals appearance in 1995, plus Disney-era buzz and sold-out arenas, trace directly to Grant's goggles, grit, and championship DNA, enduring legacy for Central Florida. Dallas Mavericks, Monta Ellis, 2013. Monta Ellis inked a 3-year, $30 million deal with Dallas in July 2013 and instantly reignited Dirk Nowitzki's twilight window. Critics scoffed at his shot selection, yet Ellis paired scorching drives with lethal pick-and-roll chemistry, averaging 19 points and 6 assists, while never missing a game. His downhill pace vaulted the Mavericks from lottery dwellers to a 49-win playoff squad that pushed the eventual champion Spurs to 7. Along the way, he logged countless third-quarter flurries, a buzzer-beater in Portland, and restored national relevance, proving value shopping can still turbocharge a franchise's postseason aspirations and lasting fan faith forever. Utah Jazz, Carlos Boozer, 2004. Utah's post-Stockton Malone reboot ignited on July 14, 2004, when Carlos Boozer spurned Cleveland's qualifying offer and inked a 6-year, $68 million sheet with the Jazz. The bruising yet silky power forward instantly anchored Jerry Sloan's offense, averaging 20 points and 11 rebounds across 6 seasons, twice earning All-Star nods. His pick-and-roll chemistry with rookie Darren Williams restored Salt Lake City's playoff heartbeat, climaxing in a surprise 2007 Western Conference Finals run that toppled Tracy McGrady's Rockets and Baron Davis's Warriors en route. Boozer's relentless boards, soft mid-range touch, and infectious energy made him the bridge between eras and the franchise's first true post-Karl catalyst. Oklahoma City Thunder, Derek Fisher, 2012. Waived by Houston at the 2012 trade deadline, 5-time champion Derek Fisher inked a veteran minimum deal with Oklahoma City and instantly supplied an organization still learning to win with battlefield credibility. Sliding seamlessly beside Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, Fisher drilled momentum-swinging corner threes, commandeered huddles, and authored a 13-point fourth quarter that buried the Lakers in the second round. His calm film room mentorship sharpened Westbrook's late-game reads and hardened OKC's resolve en route to the franchise's first NBA Finals berth. Re-signed for 2 more seasons, Fisher's $1 million signature left a leadership imprint worth exponentially more for Oklahoma. Portland Trail Blazers, Brian Grant, 1997. Brian Grant's 7-year, $63 million signing in July 1997 injected gritty soul into a talented but flaky Portland roster. The dreadlocked power forward pounded glass, took charges, and defended centers a half-foot taller, instantly endearing himself to Rip City. His blue-collar edge meshed with Rasheed Wallace, catapulting the Blazers from 44 to 59 wins and consecutive Western Conference Finals trips in 1999 and 2000. Where they famously forced Shaq's Lakers to Game 7. Off-court, Grant's charitable outreach and approachable vibe revived fan connection, making his contract the culture shift catalyst that reset Portland's Jailblazer narrative and still echoes in franchise lore today loudly. Golden State Warriors, Kevin Durant, 2016. Golden State broke the NBA when Kevin Durant announced on July 4, 2016 he'd join its record 73-win juggernaut. The former MVP slid beside Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, forging an offense so efficient analytics short-circuited. Durant delivered 2 Finals MVPs, a 16-1 playoff rampage, and decisive daggers in Cleveland that silenced Oracle Arena. Off the court, his arrival spiked franchise valuation, fueled Chase Center's construction, and accelerated league-wide superstar teaming. Critics called it unfair. Fans witnessed near-perfect basketball. Though the partnership lasted only 3 seasons, KD's signature remains the most seismic free agent move of the modern salary cap era and forever changed competitive balance discussions. Toronto Raptors, Fred VanVleet, 2016 undrafted free agent. Betting on himself after going undrafted in 2016, Fred VanVleet signed a modest summer league deal with Toronto that blossomed into the greatest undrafted free agent story in franchise history. Rising from G League champion to playoff closer, he buried 15 threes in games 4 to 6 of the 2019 finals, hounding Steph Curry while securing the Raptors' first championship. VanVleet's relentless work ethic, clutch gene, and franchise record assists turned him into an all-star and cultural North Star for the organization, inspiring every overlooked prospect who walks into Scotiabank Arena and proving that belief, not draft position, dictates NBA destiny and forever redefined Toronto's talent pipeline. Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, 2019. Kawhi Leonard detonated the Clippers' destiny when he spurned the Lakers and Raptors on July 6, 2019, to ink a 3-year, $103 million deal, simultaneously triggering the Paul George trade. Suddenly, a franchise forever overshadowed by its purple and gold neighbor possessed a 2-time Finals MVP and legitimate title hopes. Although injuries limited his availability, Kawhi's methodical 27 points per game efficiency, stifling wing defense, and cold-blooded Game 6 dagger over Dallas in 2020 established a new standard. His 45-point opener against Utah and sideline leadership after a knee sprain still propelled LA to its first Western Conference Finals in 2021, cementing Lob City 2.0 as a gritty contender, not a punchline. Sacramento Kings, Vlad Divac, 1998. Vlad Divac's 6-year, $62 million deal with Sacramento on July 16, 1998 instantly legitimized a perpetually rebuilding franchise. The Serbian center's high-post passing and contagious flair transformed Rick Adelman's offense from molasses to Mozart, luring Chris Webber to re-sign and easing rookie Jason Williams into Showtime creativity. The Kings leapt from 27 to 44 wins, then peaked at 61 in 2002, pushing the Shaq-Kobe Lakers to a legendary 7-game conference final. Off the floor, Divac's charitable spirit and easy humor bonded a small-market fan base, turning Arco Arena into the NBA's loudest barn and cementing Cowbell Kingdom lore still celebrated in California's capital to this very day. Houston Rockets, PJ Tucker, 2017. PJ Tucker's 4-year, $32 million signature with Houston on July 1, 2017 looked like routine depth, yet it turbocharged a 65-win juggernaut. The 6'5" Bulldog defended all 5 positions, barked out switches, and planted himself in the short corner, burying 132 threes at a league-leading corner clip. His chest-to-Durant stand in the 2018 West Finals symbolized a culture shift from James and threes to two-way menace, pushing Golden State to a fateful Game 7. Chris Paul praised Tucker as the team's soul. Mike D'Antoni called him irreplaceable. For a mid-tier salary slot, Houston bought leadership, edge, and the modern prototype of a championship-level role player who never missed a single night. Denver Nuggets, Paul Millsap, 2017. Paul Millsap's 3-year, $90 million deal with Denver on July 1, 2017 was less about box office splash and more about grown-up gravity. The 4-time All-Star walked into a youthful locker room, sharpened Nikola Jokic's defensive instincts, and showed Jamal Murray how to win the physical moments. His elbow jumpers and switchability elevated Denver from 40 to 54 victories, ending a 5-year playoff drought. In the 2020 bubble, he canned a season-saving fourth-quarter run against the Clippers that sparked the Nuggets' first Western Conference Finals since 2009. Millsap's signing lit the fuse that exploded into Denver's 2023 championship peak and inspired altitude-tested toughness within every possession. Milwaukee Bucks, Brook Lopez, 2018. Snagged for the mid-level exception in July 2018, Brook Lopez felt like a footnote to outsiders, yet he transformed Milwaukee's blueprint overnight. Reborn as Splash Mountain, the 7-footer rained 187 triples his first Bucks season, dragging centers outside and clearing Giannis Antetokounmpo's runway to the rim. Simultaneously, his towering 7'6" wingspan forged a top-5 defense, swatting 2.5 shots nightly and anchoring Mike Budenholzer's drop scheme. The result? League best records in 2019 and 2020, then a storybook 2021 championship where Lopez's 33-point Game 5 versus Atlanta saved an injury-rocked roster. A bargain contract ultimately became the pillar of a modern dynasty. Atlanta Hawks, Dikembe Mutombo, 1996. Dikembe Mutombo's July 1996 arrival in Atlanta, inking a 5-year, $55 million deal, instantly gave the Hawks a marquee identity. The 7'2" humanitarian combined shot-blocking ferocity with community charm, wagging fingers after erasing drives and anchoring Lenny Wilkins' defense to 2 straight 50-win seasons. Mutombo captured back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards, led the league in rebounds and blocks, and vaulted the franchise from middling to feared, even toppling Michael Jordan's Bulls once that season. Beyond numbers, his leadership galvanized teammates like Steve Smith and Mookie Blaylock and turned the Omni into a nightly block party for fans across Georgia. Memphis Grizzlies, Tony Allen, 2010. Tony Allen's modest 3-year, $9.7 million deal with Memphis in July 2010 did more than bolster a bench. It reshaped an entire franchise. The Boston champion arrived snarling first-team all-defense and promptly backed it up, hounding scorers, diving for loose balls, and birthing the grit and grind mantra that defined FedEx Forum. His swagger galvanized Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol, leading to a shocking upset of the top-seeded Spurs in 2011 and 6 straight playoff berths. Multiple all-defense selections, a retired number 9, and a culture of relentless toughness make Allen's bargain contract the beating heart of modern Grizzlies lore and remains cherished by every Memphis fan. Miami Heat, LeBron James, 2010. When LeBron James broadcast The Decision on July 8, 2010, and picked Miami, the NBA's axis jolted. Pairing with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, the newly christened Big Three unleashed positionless, pace and space basketball that everybody copies today. After a rocky villain-fueled first season, the Heat ripped off 4 straight finals trips and back-to-back championships in 2012 and 2013, with LeBron winning 2 MVPs and 2 finals MVPs. South Beach's economy boomed. Heat culture evolved from slogan to global brand, and superstar team-ups became the league's new blueprint, all ignited by one televised free agency pen stroke. Pat Riley's relentless vision suddenly looked clairvoyant too. Minnesota Timberwolves, Kyle Anderson, 2022. Kyle Anderson's understated 2-year, $18 million pact with Minnesota on July 8, 2022 quietly became a masterstroke for a franchise starved of connective tissue. Slow-mo brought 6'9" versatility, a de facto backup point guard who guarded 4 positions, sling past cutters, and calmed chaotic possessions. His 4.9 assists per 36 minutes led all forwards, while his league-best charges drawn showcased heady grit. On-off metrics swung double digits positive, stabilizing lineups whenever Anthony Edwards rested and making Rudy Gobert lobs click. The Wolves posted their highest net rating this century with Anderson on court, proving savvy IQ can eclipse marquee star power. San Antonio Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge, 2015. LaMarcus Aldridge shattered San Antonio's quiet free agency reputation when he chose the Spurs on July 4, 2015, signing a 4-year, $84 million deal and instantly extending the Duncan Pop dynasty. His silky mid-range fadeaways delivered 5 straight 20-point seasons, 2 All-Star nods, and an All-NBA second team in 2018, while his post-gravity freed Kawhi Leonard to blossom into a two-way destroyer. Aldridge's presence kept the league record 22-year playoff streak alive, highlighted by a 34-point Game 6 masterpiece that ousted Houston in 2017. Bridging eras from the Big Three to the youth movement, he ensured San Antonio never stopped mattering on national NBA maps. Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Billups, 2002. Chauncey Billups landed in Detroit in July 2002 on a humble 5-year, $35 million deal after bouncing through 5 franchises, but the journeyman tag vanished fast. Dubbed Mr. Big Shot, his clutch triples and quarterback-level poise drove the blue-collar Pistons to 6 straight Eastern Conference Finals, back-to-back finals, and the 2004 title, where he coolly outdueled Shaq and Kobe to claim Finals MVP. Billups' 17.8 assist box scores only hint at the culture shift he ignited: ruthless defense, unselfish offense, and a resilient swagger that turned a roster of overlooked grinders into a modern Motown dynasty. New Orleans Pelicans, Peja Stojakovic, 2006. When sharpshooter Peja Stojakovic inked a then-franchise record 5-year, $64 million contract with the New Orleans Hornets in July 2006, he delivered instant spacing thunder to a young Chris Paul orchestra. His quick-trigger triples dragged defenses beyond the arc, opening lanes for CP3's surgically precise pick-and-rolls and Tyson Chandler's lobs. Despite early injury hiccups, Peja erupted for 10 threes against the Lakers, set club single-season marks with 231 trays, and helped power a 56-win 2007-8 campaign, the best in team history, plus a Game 1 upset of the Spurs. His veteran poise and sniper reputation legitimized basketball in post-Katrina New Orleans. Indiana Pacers. David West, 2011. When David West shocked the league by choosing a modest 2-year, $20 million deal with Indiana in the 2011 post-lockout scramble, he traded glamour for grit and instantly hardened a young Pacers core. Still rehabbing a torn ACL, the veteran forward-anchored pick-and-pop offense drilled ice-cold mid-range daggers and supplied snarling leadership that emboldened Paul George, Roy Hibbert, and Lance Stevenson. Indiana's win total jumped from 37 to 49, then 56, culminating in consecutive Eastern Conference Finals showdowns that pushed LeBron's Heat to the brink. West's signing didn't just fill a stat line, it forged the Gold Swagger identity. Indianapolis still celebrates. And there you have it, 30 signatures that flipped franchises and rewrote NBA storylines. If beef's more your flavor than contracts, tap into our next video, 10 NBA players that hate each other, to see trash talk, elbows, and grudges go full spice.